So, there's not too many videos out on YouTube of working on 1987 Arctic Cat Cougar 500 AFS. So I just bought one in a part sled, and I figured I've never done YouTube videos, but I'll just post a few as I'm working on it. So for today, I had to see, the guy I bought it off of told me there was a crack in the oil tank, and he had bought a part sled to take the oil tank off of. And I looked in underneath and realized there was no oil hose going from the tank to the pump. So that's probably why it was leaking, not because it was cracked. So that was an easy fix. But since there's no videos for newbies like me that are new into sledding, let me turn the camera around. The oil tank here, there's a bracket that slides in the hole in the bottom and then comes up and bolts through the steering hoop. That holds that on, and that comes off pretty easy. But I also needed to get the gas tank out. So here's my part sled. You can see the gas tank is under the seat and the dashboard. Two of the screws on my dashboard are broken, so those two aren't holding. Those are on the top. That would be two. And then down on the side here, there's a screw on either side, and then the whole dashboard lifts up out of the way enough. To get at that, there are snaps on top of the seat, and then there's snaps all along the sides of the seat. This cover shouldn't have to come off. There's snaps here, but you've got to pay attention, because up underneath there's 5 more snaps up underneath here. And if you don't take those snaps out, you end up pulling the trunk up with the back of the seat. So I'll have to do a little fix-it there. A couple of new screws to mount the trunk back down. But yeah, so seat comes off with all the snaps. Take the seat off first, and once you take the seat off, the gas tank slides in, and the front is held down by the dashboard, and the back is held down by these two tabs with a spring that hooks over the back end of the gas tank, and then the gas tank just slides out towards the back of the sled. And that was pretty easy. And then the one last thing I wanted to do today is the air box. The air box that the carburetors go into, the air filter. On this sled, I'm just taking the air box out. I'm going to put a couple of little cone filters on the carburetors. But get yourself a lot of room in there once the air box is out. So to get the air box out, you have to have the dash off already. The air box itself is not attached anyway, it's just sandwiched in there, and it's sandwiched in between this pipe and the steering. So if you take your 2 bolts out of the top of the steering and you push the steering over as far to the right as you can, and then you unbolt the carburetors and pull them out and just let them drop, there's enough room to slide the air box out. And it just comes out and piece. That's where the carburetors would go in. So that's pretty easy to get out. Other than that, I had this sled running off of some pre-mixed two-stroke. I have to make sure the oil pump is working before I take it out for a test drive, because the oil pump was disconnected. So I don't know, it's probably not working, and that's why they disconnected it. Or the hose just broke. And if the hose broke, the oil pump's probably shot because it was running without oil in it. But now I've got the gas tank out, I can fix the front fitting on the gas tank. Camera around again. That front fitting right there on the gas tank, on that one, it snapped off. So I have to get all the old plastic threads out of the hole before I can hook up new fuel lines to it. And yeah, there's all sorts of sadness. But we're getting there. I hope this video helps somebody, because it's a lot of little things you got to take off to get at the gas tank and the oil tank and the air box. But like I said, once you take the seat cover off and the dashboard off, the gas tank, the air box, and the oil tank come out. You know, pretty easy. You can just lift it right out. So like I said, hope this helps somebody, and I'll post more videos as I get it running and a little cleaned up.